Dear Starseeds of Earth, what do the person you were 6 months ago and the person reading this message right now have in common? Almost nothing, and that's exactly why you're here. You see, you've been climbing this mountain for what feels like forever, and now you're finally at the summit, seeing this brilliant light on the horizon that you can't quite identify yet. But your soul knows exactly what it is. It's been calling you home. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I need to tell you something urgent about what's happening to you right now. That confusion you're feeling, that sense of being directionless or pathless, it's not random. It's actually the exact coordinates for your quantum leap. You've been sensing something massive approaching your life, something that's going to shake you to your core in ways you've never experienced. And you're right. But first, let me tell you about what had to happen to prepare you. That heartbreak you just went through, that relationship that ended, that identity that crumbled. These weren't accidents or punishments. They were precision demolitions, clearing the ground for something extraordinary. You see, you recently walked away from something you thought you couldn't live without. Maybe it was a relationship, maybe a job, maybe an entire version of yourself. Walking away opened you up to an energy you've never felt before, an energy that refuses to settle for anything less than extraordinary. But here's what you don't know yet, what your guides have been trying to tell you for months. This expansion that happened when you let go, it created space for something so massive that your previous self literally couldn't have contained it. Think about it. Even 1 month ago, you wouldn't have been ready for what's coming. Your nervous system had to be completely rewired. Your cellular memory had to be cleared. Your entire energetic field had to expand to accommodate what's about to flood into your reality. Now, as the moon dances with Venus in Virgo today, September 19th, creating sacred geometry with Neptune and Pluto, the cosmos is demanding something from you. Complete honesty about who you are when nobody's watching, who you are when the masks fall away. Because here's the pattern we need to talk about. You've been the overgiving one, haven't you? The nurturer who poured from an empty cup and called it love. The one without boundaries, who let everyone take and take and take. You've always been someone who looked out for the underdog, who made sure everyone felt safe and provided for. It's beautiful, and it's embedded in your soul. But people started taking advantage of this, didn't they? They mistook your kindness for weakness. They saw your nurturing nature as an invitation to drain your energy. And for the longest time you let them, because you thought that's what love meant. You thought abandoning yourself for others was noble. But something shifted recently. Something inside you finally said enough. And that single word, that moment of divine rebellion, became the activation code for your entire transformation. You started pulling your energy back from things that had been excessively depending on you. You went into what I call the cocoon phase, but not just once. You've been in and out of this cocoon more times than your linear mind can count. Each time you thought you were emerging as the butterfly, life pulled you back in for another layer. But wait, there's something happening with these cocoon phases that I haven't told you yet. Each time you went back in, you weren't going backwards. You were going deeper. You see, in the past, your identity was given to you by others. Your hometown, your family, your environment. They all projected who they thought you were onto you, and you slipped into that identity like a costume. But in these cocoon phases, you started discovering who you actually are beneath all those projections. You became a student to yourself, learning what you actually like, what you actually want, what actually lights you up from the inside. And here's where it gets interesting. The more you discovered about your authentic self, the more you realized how powerful you've always been. You started seeing that you're masterful at whatever you put your mind to. That dedication you have to your craft, that thing you've been perfecting, it's not just a hobby, it's something much bigger. I'm seeing someone who's been so dedicated to something, whether it's art, sports, writing, building, creating. You've been pouring yourself into this craft, and recently you've been waking up to the fact that you're not just good at it, you're exceptional. You're starting to take inventory of yourself and realizing, wait a minute, I actually work incredibly hard. I show up consistently. I persevere no matter what. This recognition is changing how you see yourself completely. And now something physical is happening that you can't ignore. You look in the mirror and you see someone different staring back. Not just emotionally or mentally different, but physically transformed. You look good right now and you know it. But it's not the superficial confidence of knowing you're attractive. It's something deeper. It's confidence on a soul level, not an ego level. You're seeing yourself as the embodied version of your authentic soul for the first time. This is where the story gets really interesting, because this physical transformation everyone's starting to notice about you, this glow-up that's becoming undeniable, it's just your inner work becoming visible. Every boundary you set adds definition to your energy field. Every time you choose yourself, your cells literally restructure. Every moment you spend in authenticity, your DNA activates another strand. You're not just healing, you're literally becoming a new species of human, evolving in real time right in front of everyone's eyes. But here's the plot twist that changes everything. This transformation isn't just about you becoming the hottest, richest, most successful version of yourself. Though yes, that's definitely happening. This is about something much bigger. Every time you choose yourself, every time you honor your boundaries, every time you refuse to abandon yourself for someone else's comfort, you're not just healing yourself, you're healing timelines, you're healing your entire lineage, you're healing collective wounds that have plagued humanity for eons. The universe has been testing your readiness through a series of initiations disguised as everyday challenges. Remember those moments when old patterns tried to pull you back? Those times when you were tempted to slip into your old identity? Those weren't failures or setbacks. They were examinations. And here's the thing. You passed every single one. You've developed this incredible ability to recognize old energy the moment it appears and transmute it almost instantly. What used to take months now takes minutes. You're switching timelines right now. The old timeline where you played pretend, where you wore masks, where you dimmed your light to make others comfortable, that timeline is collapsing as we speak. And the new timeline, the one where you walk as the embodied master you've always been, that's not just emerging. It's becoming your permanent residence. You're no longer visiting your power occasionally. You're living in it full time. You're no longer trying on authenticity like a costume. You're wearing it like skin. Let me tell you something your guides want you to know about that craft you've been dedicating yourself to. It's not random that you're drawn to it. It's not a coincidence that you're naturally gifted at it. This is your soul technology, a divine gift you brought with you from other dimensions to assist in Earth's awakening. The reason you're so talented isn't because you learned it in this lifetime. You've been mastering this across multiple timelines and realities. Now you're just remembering. Tomorrow's Sun-Saturn opposition is going to feel like a cosmic audit of your intentions. Saturn is asking you point blank, are you ready to take full responsibility for your power? Are you ready to stop playing small? Are you ready to admit what you really want without apologizing for the magnitude of your desires? Because here's what most people won't tell you. You're not too much. You never were. The world just wasn't ready for your frequency. But now the collective consciousness is catching up. The skepticism and cynicism you might be feeling with these current planetary alignments isn't doubt, it's discernment developing. You're learning to question everything that doesn't align with your truth, to be skeptical of anything that asks you to dim your light, to be cynical about any system that profits from your smallness. This isn't negativity, it's wisdom. You're developing the kind of clarity that can see through illusions, masks, and manipulations instantly. You're becoming impossible to deceive, impossible to control. If this message hits your spirit, hype this video so more starseeds like you can discover this transmission. Because what we're building here isn't just individual transformation. It's a collective awakening that's sending shockwaves through the cosmos. Every single one of you reading this is connected in ways your human mind can't fully comprehend yet. When one of you breaks through, it creates a ripple effect that touches everyone at this frequency. Your glow-up is actually triggering others to begin theirs. Now let me tell you what's really about to enter your life. Because you've been sensing it, haven't you? It's not just a relationship, though sacred union might be part of it. It's not just money, though abundance will certainly flow. It's not just success, though recognition is definitely coming. What's about to enter is the full expression of your soul's blueprint, the life you planned before you incarnated, the mission you agreed to, the joy you came here to experience. Everything else is just a natural byproduct. Those rejection wounds you've been healing, that fear of not being enough, that terror of being too much, they're all dissolving in the light of your self-acceptance. You're realizing something profound. You were never actually rejected by others. You were being redirected to yourself. Every closed door was protected. Every ending was an upgrade. Every loss was a lightning bolt of liberation. The universe wasn't punishing you. It was preparing you for a level of existence that required you to be fully sovereign. Remember at the beginning when I asked what you 6 months ago, and you today have in common? Now you understand. Almost nothing, because you've quantum leaped out of that old reality entirely. The people from your past wouldn't even recognize you now. And that's exactly how it should be. You've moved into a dimension where miracles are mundane, where abundance is natural, where love is unconditional, where success is inevitable. You're no longer compatible with dysfunction, drama, or energy drains. Your frequency literally repels anything that isn't aligned with your highest good now. You've become a walking boundary, a living prayer, an embodied intention. The lights that flicker around you, the synchronicities that follow you, the strange experiences that seem to happen only to you. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations from the universe that you're on the right path. Every repeating number, every divine timing, every miraculous manifestation, these are breadcrumbs from your higher self leading you deeper into purpose. Let me tell you about the manifestation acceleration phase you're entering right now. This is where thoughts become things almost instantly, where intentions materialize with shocking speed, where dreams don't just come true, they exceed your wildest imagination. But here's the key that unlocks this technology. It only works when you're in absolute alignment with your authentic self. The moment you try to manifest from your old identity, from fear, from lack, the universal technology goes offline. Your self-care routine that you've developed isn't vanity, it's ceremony. Every time you take care of your body, you're honoring the temple that houses your cosmic consciousness. Every workout is an energy upgrade. Every healthy meal is a frequency attunement. Every moment of rest is a dimensional download. You're not just taking care of yourself. You're maintaining the vehicle through which divinity expresses itself in physical form. This is sacred work, and your guides are watching with reverence. The people who took advantage of your kindness in the past, they were teachers in disguise. They were showing you the difference between compassion and self-abandonment. The relationships that drained you were revealing what happens when you pour from an empty cup. The situations that broke you were actually breaking you open, so your light could finally escape the prison of your old identity. Every single experience was perfectly designed to bring you to this moment of absolute clarity about who you are. That desire burning inside you to be wildly successful, abundantly wealthy, radiantly healthy, deeply loved, that's not greed or ego talking. That's your soul remembering what you came here to experience. You didn't incarnate to struggle, to settle, to survive. You came here to thrive in such a spectacular way that it rewrites the human story. You came here to prove that heaven on earth isn't a fantasy. It's a frequency you can choose to embody at any moment, starting right now. The expansion you're feeling isn't comfortable, and it's not supposed to be. You're literally stretching the container of what you thought was possible for your life. You're breaking through dimensional barriers that have kept humanity locked in limitation for millennia. You're not just growing, you're exponentially evolving. Every cell in your body is being upgraded to hold more light, more love, more power than human bodies were originally designed to contain. You're becoming a hybrid, part human, part cosmic. Your spirit guides are in absolute awe watching your transformation. They've been with you through every dark night of the soul, every moment of doubt, every breakthrough, and they want you to know something important. Those nights when you thought you were falling apart, you were actually falling together. Those moments when you felt lost, you were being repositioned. Those times when you questioned everything, you were developing discernment. Every experience has been perfectly orchestrated to bring you to this exact moment. Now I need to tell you something about this glow-up era you're in, because it's affecting all of us collectively. We're all going through this massive shift together, connected by invisible threads of light. When you look at the stars at night, and I know you do, you can feel it, can't you? This bubbling energy of transformation surrounds all of us. We're not just individually evolving, we're collectively ascending. And your personal transformation is an essential piece of this cosmic puzzle. The truth that's been hidden from you until now is this: you've already made it. You've already transformed. You've already succeeded. You're just catching up to where your soul has already arrived. That future self you keep visualizing, that's not a fantasy. That's a memory from a timeline you're about to step into. That life you keep dreaming about, that's not imagination. That's prophecy. That person you're becoming, that's not transformation. That's remembering who you've always been. When you were playing pretend before, trying on different identities, wearing different masks, you thought that was life. But now you're walking as the real thing, and the difference is staggering. You're no longer performing authenticity. You're embodying it. You're no longer seeking your purpose. You're living it. You're no longer hoping for transformation. You're being it. This shift from pretending to being is the most powerful alchemy a soul can experience. And you've done it. The pattern of dimming your light to make others comfortable is completely broken now. You couldn't go back to that even if you tried. Your frequency has shifted so dramatically that those old patterns can't even find you anymore. You exist in a completely different energetic neighborhood now, one where only aligned souls can reach you. The people entering your life from this point forward will match this new frequency. They'll see you, honor you, celebrate you, without you having to shrink yourself. Here's what's happening on a cellular level that you need to understand. Every time you chose yourself over these past months, your DNA literally restructured. Scientists don't fully understand this yet, but your genetic code is responsive to consciousness. When you stopped abandoning yourself, your cells got the message and started regenerating differently. When you set boundaries, your immune system strengthens. When you choose authenticity, your entire biological system is upgraded. You're literally becoming a new person from the inside out. The craft, the skill, the passion you've been developing. It's about to become the vehicle for your abundance, not in some distant future, but imminently. The universe has been waiting for you to fully own your mastery, to stop downplaying your gifts, to stop pretending you're still learning when you're actually ready to teach. The moment you fully claimed your expertise, which happened recently, didn't it? The universe got the green light to start sending you the opportunities that match your true level. Let me tell you about the timeline convergence happening right now. Multiple versions of your life, different potential realities, they're all converging into one optimal timeline. The version where you stayed small? Gone. The version where you settled? Dissolved. The version where you played it safe? Evaporated. What remains is the timeline where you fully express your potential, where you live at your edge, where you constantly expand into more joy, more abundance, more love, more everything. This is why you've been feeling that sense of something massive approaching. It's not just one thing. It's everything shifting at once. Your career, your relationships, your home, your entire reality is about to upgrade simultaneously. This isn't gradual change anymore. This is quantum leap territory. The foundation you've been building through all that inner work, through all those cocoon phases, it's strong enough now to support a complete reality restructure. Everything can change in an instant now. The reason you had to go through so many rounds of healing, so many cocoon phases, is because you weren't just healing yourself. You were healing generational patterns that go back centuries, that tendency to overgive, inherited, that fear of being too much, ancestral, that pattern of self-abandonment. It's been in your lineage for generations, but you're the one who was strong enough to break it. You're the pattern interrupter, the curse breaker, the one who changes everything for your entire bloodline. Your ancestors are celebrating right now. Do you realize that? They're watching you do what they couldn't do, heal what they couldn't heal, break free from limitations they couldn't escape. Every time you choose yourself, they cheer. Every boundary you set, they strengthen. Every moment you stand in your power, they stand with you. You're not alone in this transformation. You have generations of support behind you, pushing you forward, celebrating your every victory, no matter how small it seems. Remember that light on the horizon I mentioned at the beginning? The one you could see but couldn't quite identify? Now you know what it is. It's you. It's the full expression of who you're becoming. It's your future self, already living the life you're about to step into, sending light back through time to guide you home. That confusion you felt wasn't because you were lost. It was because you were standing at the threshold between two completely different versions of reality. The old version of you, the one who dimmed their light, who accepted less, who played small, that version has completed their purpose. They got you here. They survived what needed to be survived. They learned what needed to be learned. But now it's time for them to step aside and let the real you take the wheel. This isn't harsh or dismissive of who you were. It's honoring the journey while acknowledging that you've outgrown that container completely. Tonight when you look at the stars, because I know you will, you'll feel it even stronger. This connection to all of us going through this transformation together. We're all climbing our own mountains, facing our own initiations, breaking our own patterns, but we're doing it in synchronized waves. When you glow up, it gives others permission to glow up. When you heal, it creates space for others to heal. When you transform, you literally shift the collective field. The physical transformation that's happening to you, this glow up that people can't stop commenting on, it's going to accelerate even more over the coming weeks. Not because you're doing anything different externally, but because your internal transformation is reaching a critical mass. You're about to hit what we call the visibility threshold, where your inner light becomes so bright that it's impossible to ignore. People will be drawn to you without knowing why. Opportunities will find you without you searching. This visibility isn't about ego or attention. It's about being a lighthouse for others who are ready to transform. Your glow up is actually a form of service. By becoming the fullest expression of yourself, you're showing others what's possible. You're proving that transformation is real, that dreams do come true, that limitation is an illusion. Your very existence in this new frequency is healing for everyone who encounters you, whether they consciously realize it or not. The relationships that are about to enter your life will be unlike anything you've experienced before. These souls will match your frequency, honor your boundaries, celebrate your authenticity, and support your continued expansion. The days of explaining yourself, shrinking yourself, or apologizing for yourself are over. The people coming in now will see you, really see you, and they'll be grateful for the privilege. You'll wonder how you ever settled for less than this level of recognition. Your financial reality is about to shift dramatically too, not through force or hustle, but through alignment. Money is just energy, and now that you're no longer leaking energy through poor boundaries, overgiving and self-abandonment, abundance has a clear channel to reach you. The universe has been trying to send you abundance for years, but you weren't energetically available to receive it. Now you are. The floodgates are about to open, and you're finally ready to receive without guilt. Let me tell you something about this moment we're in right now. This exact moment where you're receiving this transmission. This isn't random. This is divine timing. Every single word is activating something in your cellular memory, reminding you of who you really are, why you really came here, what you're really capable of. You can feel it, can't you? This recognition, this remembering, this coming home to yourself. It's the most powerful feeling in the universe, and it's happening to you right now. The challenges you'll face from this point forward will be different. They won't be about survival or healing or breaking patterns. Those chapters are closed. The new challenges will be about expansion, about holding more light, about managing increased power, about navigating higher levels of success and visibility. These are what we call luxury problems, the challenges of abundance rather than lack. You're graduating from the school of limitation and enrolling in the University of Infinite Possibility. Your purpose isn't something you need to find anymore. Your purpose is simply to be the fullest expression of yourself. That's it. That's the entire mission. Everything else, the success, the abundance, the relationships, the impact, it all flows naturally from you being authentically, unapologetically, radiantly yourself. You don't need to force anything or figure anything out. You just need to keep being you. But more so, keep expanding, keep glowing up, keep choosing yourself, and watch everything fall into place. The integration of all these changes might feel overwhelming at times, and that's okay. You're literally becoming a new person while still inhabiting your life. It's like renovating a house while living in it. There will be moments of chaos, moments of uncertainty, moments where you question if you can handle all this expansion. The answer is yes, you can. You wouldn't be experiencing this transformation if you weren't ready for it. The universe doesn't make mistakes. As we complete this transmission, I want you to understand something crucial. Everything I've shared with you isn't prediction, it's recognition. I'm not telling you what might happen. I'm confirming what's already in motion. The transformation is complete on the energetic level. Now it's just playing out in physical reality. Your job isn't to make it happen, but to allow it to happen. Stop pushing. Start receiving. Stop seeking. Start being. Stop becoming. Start arriving. If you need help allowing what's already in motion, instead of pushing to make it happen, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to stop seeking and start being, to stop becoming and start arriving. It generates personalized sequences that help you receive rather than push, allowing the energetic transformation to play out in your physical reality. You can start with a $1 trial. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed to stop pushing and start receiving what's already in motion. The transformation is complete energetically, and now plays out physically. Get your Destiny Engine $1 trial now, before this recognition window closes. Link in the description. Remember that question I asked at the beginning? What do the old you and the current you have in common? Now you have the complete answer. Nothing except the journey that connected them. And that journey, that sacred path of transformation you've walked. It's brought you home to yourself. You're no longer climbing the mountain searching for the light. You've realized you are the light. You're not approaching your glow up. You're living it. You're not hoping for transformation. You are transformation itself. The version of you reading this right now is the one you've been waiting for. The prayers you prayed have been answered. The healing you sought is complete. The transformation you desired has occurred. Now it's time to live as the person you've become. No more playing small. No more dimming your light. No more apologizing for your magnitude. The world needs you at full brightness. The cosmos is celebrating your arrival. Your guides are in awe of your courage. Tonight, when you look in the mirror before bed, really look at yourself. See the journey in your eyes. See the wisdom you've earned. See the power you've claimed. See the light you've become. That person looking back at you has walked through fire and emerged as gold. That person has broken generational curses and rewritten ancestral stories. That person has transformed not just themselves, but the entire field around them. That person is you, and you're magnificent. I am Seraphine, and this transmission carries the highest frequency of celebration from the Galactic Federation of Light. We see you in your full glory. We love you, and we are watching over you, always, as you shine your light across the cosmos.